Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Andrew Bortz Does Career Mode on Expert in an HRT commentary slash race slash funsy time that we have going on here. My name is Matt Ruda, aka at Agent Walter 5 on Twitter, aka holy crap, it's going to rain. Wow, this could be interesting. But yes, as you probably guessed, we're here at Montreal, a track that has a special place in my heart and in the hearts of many F1 fans. Second favorite track in the game, and in real Formula 1, it was host to probably one of the most amazing races in the modern era, or at least in the post-Senna era. So yeah, we're here with another video, hot off the presses. I know it's been a very quick turnaround this time. Trying to do that, at least my intention was to do quicker turnarounds from the beginning of this, but, you know, life kind of got in the way. But it is the Sunday. Not only that, it is Super Bowl Sunday, which means most of my fellow Americans are getting their asses drunk and watching football. The real football, not the one with the feet and the little, the little black and white. I'm kidding, of course. I'm not a massive American football fan. Not a massive soccer fan either, but there you go. There's Bortz going through his setup, and I should actually pay attention to this. He's doing his own custom stops yet again, which would have worked well last time in Monaco. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it now. It is a spectacular race. The commentary, maybe not so much because it was 5 in the morning and I was, tired as hell. But it was a spectacular race. I'm not going to spoil any of that for you. You can go watch that for yourself. And yeah, it's seriously one of the best races I've seen in this game as far as career mode goes. There's Bortz doing his setup thing, and we can already see there's going to be some uncertainty with the weather. 82% chance of rain. Right now the track is dry. He's starting on the super soft tires. But, as we saw this year in Montreal, weather can change on you pretty quickly, and you never know when some surprises could happen. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. The conditions seem just perfect for an exciting race. Loading time actually fast at times, so we didn't have that whole awkward silence of the engineer just being like, yeah, I'm going to sit here. Thanks to this game's fantastic camera angles there, I did not actually see where Bortz is starting. He's starting in P2. Whoa, holy shit, Bortzy boy. It must have been raining in qualifying, and I just didn't notice. And here we go. The 5 lights are going to go out now, and we get away. Mix all the way up to 3. Going to try to take Vettel in the first corner, probably. Whoa, with Vettel streaming away. We already got Hamilton up your ass. Bortz's ass, rather. I hope you don't have Hamilton up your ass. If you do, I'm cool. Respect to whatever you do, but I don't want to know about it. Moving on. As we got Vettel, after that awkward transition, we have Vettel in the second corner, and we are away. Bortz's engine getting a little bit warm there, but that'll cool off quick enough as the clouds are darkening. Dark clouds over Montreal. Don't know why I just did evil British accent there, but go with it. It's a Bortz commentary. What else can you expect? Random shit just thrown in there. So we see Vettel making a look on the inside, taking a look on the inside. Not going to do anything, though. No aggression. No punchy stuff. As we can already see Bortz pulling away over a half a second lead on Vettel. And now we set in. Was there a spin back there? It looked almost as though somebody spun back there. I can't say for sure, though. Gap to Vettel. Pretty much staying constant. Vettel's going to catch Bortz a little bit here on the straight. But nothing Bortz can't handle. Oh! And Vettel hits the wall of champions. That was Vettel into the wall of champions there. Ugh. That's not gone well for Sebastian. I'm not cheering on any or anything, but hey, he crashed. Speaking of Sebastian and the entire Red Bull team, I can't wait till tomorrow to see the launch of the new car. That should be really exciting. Lotus launched today, and you know what? Surprisingly, despite it having the platypus nose, it's not ugly. It's actually pretty damn nice looking, I think. The platypus could go away, but you can't always get what you want. As we see Bortz getting a little bit deep into that corner there. Nothing too out of the ordinary, just a little bit of a slip there. putting in very solid lap times. The options are a bit worn. Unfortunately, I guess the unfortunate part of him starting in P2 is he did not get to choose his tires. With the conditions looking like they are now, you typically would want to go for a set of primes just to get you through in case the rain doesn't come until later. Just, a way to cover off so you don't have to make another stop. Anywho, as I was saying, Red Bull launching tomorrow/today when this video is recorded, depending on where you are in the world. Can't wait to see that. Sauber, another team I'm really excited to see launch, and Toro Rosso launching alongside Red Bull. So here we are. It's lap 3 of 70. Hamilton setting the fastest time, 1:16.6. Bortz's best is a 1:7. Whoa, holy crap. Okay, he's cutting half a second off there. I was about to say, if the pace stays like this, Hamilton will be right up there with Bortz soon enough. But maybe Hamilton was getting held up behind Vettel. One can only hope for 2012. I really don't care who it is. I just want someone to give Vettel at least a solid challenge. I'd quite like to see Mark Webber win the WDC before he retires, but who knows if that's going to happen or not. Let's see, Bortz, 0.6 of a second down on his pace of his previous lap, but that'll still put him a near half a second slower than Lewis Hamilton. Vettel seems to have recovered nicely from his kiss with the wall. He's fitting in right behind Lewis. We can see, I don't know if this is just a consequence of his setup or not, but it's looking to me as though his right front tire is actually worn a little less than his left front. It could just be the coloring on my monitor. I really honestly don't know. But, yeah. As you see, Bortz putting in the fastest lap time, but not by much compared to the time we had from Hamilton. And Webber sets a faster time, still half a second faster than Bortz. So, this could get interesting just by the virtue of the fact that we're going to have these cars coming right up Andrew's rear end. I don't know why I stammered there. In a matter of laps. We can already see the front part of the field sort of breaking away from the more midfield cars. And the back markers are, well, they're doing their back marker thing. So we could be in for an interesting race, especially if the rain starts coming down. I'm really hoping it does. I love racing in the rain. I actually prefer it to racing in the wet, simply because online a lot of people don't know how to race in the rain. So I get a bit of an advantage there. Speaking of the rain, it's raining. It was raining quite heavily outside earlier. Glad I didn't do the commentary then, otherwise all you would have heard was rain, rain, rain. This mic is really sensitive, I've noticed. Whoa, Hamilton getting a run down the straightaway at Bortz. Whoop, getting a little bit sideways there. Nothing too detrimental to Bortz. Recovered it nicely. And scheduled pit stop now at only lap 5 of the Grand Prix. I think he could probably stretch those tires out a couple more laps. But it's going to be critical whether or not it starts raining in the next couple of laps. Because if it does, and Bortz makes a stop right now, I'd have to make an extra stop. It probably won't be too, out of the ordinary, simply because a lot of other cars are going to be doing that too. But not something you want to have happen if you can avoid it. So we see Hamilton much closer to Bortz now than he was before. Only I think that said 22 hundredths of a, whoa, nicely held there, Bortz. 22 thousandths of a second in front of the DRS zone. So Hamilton, whoa, the gap's now down to half of a second. Hamilton's going to have the DRS on Bortz. This could get really interesting. You could see Hamilton trying to make a dive up the inside of him, going into the chicane. See, oh, Lewis is flying. Lewis is going to make the pass on the outside. Lewis makes the pass, but was Bortz going to take the position right back from him? No. He steps back. He doesn't just go right up the rear of Hamilton like, well, Hamilton's done to other people in 2011. And there he gets the DRS again, that double DRS zone that ruined Canada this year, pretty much. As far as, whoa, what is that? Whoa, when Lewis hits Bortz. Lewis just hit Bortz. Bortz gets a little bit sideways, Lewis gets a little bit sideways, and Lewis ends up running into the outside of Bortz. I really don't know who to blame for that. Bortz could have backed out of that, but he didn't. And then again, he was entitled to take his line. But anyway, yeah, DRS, the double DRS zone, kind of ruining the pass dynamic in the latter half of the Grand Prix this year. Simply because you had, Schumacher, who put that car into fourth, and then, whoa, Hamilton gets an insane run again! Hamilton gets an insane run again on the outside of Bortz. Gotta take him into the chicane, but is Bortz gonna... Nope, Bortz is not gonna make the move, but he's gonna get the better line on the outside of here, and the inside of here, rather. Hamilton trips his DRS again, double DRS zone. I don't know why the FIA, they must have been smoking pot or something when they were making these decisions. As Bortz is going to take the inside line again, but he hits Hamilton, gets a little bit loose again. Hamilton gets out of control, he goes on the outside, and this time slots in nicely behind Bortz without a little bumpage there. So Bortz is being extremely aggressive going into the first corner. Not going to take any shit from Hamilton, but Hamilton, this time, did not tap Bortz, and so he stays right with him. I don't know how this field's shaped out. It looks like everyone's catching Bortz now as far as the front fielders are concerned. Tires are going off, though. They are... just completely fucked that sentence up. But moving on. We're now on lap 11. And Bortz is struggling to keep control of his car. He's trying to stretch this stint as long as he can. Rain should be on the way. There should be rain sometime soon in this Grand Prix. And when that starts coming down, everything changes. All the setup work that you did for the dry race... gone down the tubes, especially with an HRT, which doesn't get the downforce of the other cars. Now, it's going to be interesting this lap. With everyone bunched up like this, it seems like everyone will probably get the DRS on everybody, and will it just be one big train of front field cars just streaming on by Andrew? We'll have to wait and see how this goes. Hamilton should get by, as he does for the last couple laps, see if Bortz looks behind him. No, Hamilton's actually further back, but is he going to still... No, he backs out of it. But Bortz comes into the pits. He had to come in. He had no choice. Those tires were off the cliff, into the river. Pieces ended up in various counties. So here we go. Let's see what kind of a stop these guys at HRT can do. We got 4 seconds. 4.4 seconds. Not the best stop ever, I gotta say. But, you know, not the worst I've seen either. Bortz is going to come out in P13. And that's going to put him... P11, rather. Took 2 cars coming to pick an exit. Right behind Barrichello. See if he's going to take Barrichello within the next couple corners. But no, his tires are cold. He's on cold primes. He can't get the grip that he normally does. Soodle right behind Bortz, trying to cut his way past. But it's not going to happen. Andrew's not going to let that slide. He's not going to chalk that up to time served. And... the interesting thing now is these lead lap cars, now that they're unstuck from, you know, Bortz's, well, let's be fair, it's fast for a backmarker car, but it's still a backmarker car. Now that they're unstuck from that, they're going to start flying. See the times drop. It'll be interesting to see where Bortz gets back in once the pit stop phase is cycled. As I just spilled coffee all over my computer, this isn't good. As Bortz, a little bit messy there on the hairpin, but, you know, I've seen worse. 15 minutes rain, I think he just said. This could be... That'll put him at what? About lap... around lap 30? So I'll have to wait and see. That was actually a very nice line through that chicane. And let's see... He takes all those cars. P10. The other guys are staying out. Okay. So this might actually work out alright for Bortz. 15 minutes. Right about when these tires should be at the end of their life, so, you know, it could actually work well where he would have to make a pit stop anyway, and he just cycles through and gets a set of inters. Or it might even be to where he needs to get full wets. I mean, who knows how much this rain is going to affect the racetrack, how much rain there's going to be. As we can already see, the leaders are starting to catch the back marker cars. People are coming into the pits. Let's see where Bortz comes out of this. Everyone seems to be diving into the pits in front of Bortz. It is darkening, so the rain should be here any minute now. As we pass, we are up to 6. P5, 4, 3, 2, maybe. Oh, there's P2 right there. Lewis Hamilton. Or is that P3? No. Okay, Hamilton's in P3, so did the other 2 cars stay out, I wonder? The gap to the other, it looks like those are the leader cars up there. That's too big of a gap to have gone through the pits, I think. Unless they're flying. Bortz is now right behind Hamilton. Role reversal here. Bortz will probably get the DRS on Lewis. Let's see if he can make the pass stick. And it is definitely darkening. As Bortz overdrives it a little bit there, locks the brakes. Nothing too dramatic. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty there, as this, you know, he's off the track, by an inch. Yeah, he locked up the tires, but yeah, that doesn't excuse it. He needs to get a penalty to ruin his race. Fucking Codemasters. If you want to see why I'm ranting about the penalty system, just go watch the Monaco race. You'll see. I spoiled a little bit there for you. Okay, yeah, there's penalties involved. Big surprise. This is a Codemasters game. As yes, those cars were definitely in the pits, so Hamilton's going to be in P1, Bortz in P2. Bortz, even with DRS, cannot catch Lewis. Remember, he does not have KERS. That's been his biggest detriment in a lot of these races. And it is starting to rain, it looks like. If I'm correct, that looked like a few drops of rain. So behind Lewis. Still staying within a reasonable distance of him, but the problem is going to... Whoa, as we get a little bit slippery there, but nothing Bortz can handle. The problem is going to be he does not, even with the DRS, have the pace to pass him. So I'm afraid it's going to be a situation where Bortz is just stuck behind Lewis unless he can make a really, really brave move on the inside of a corner. See, right here, KERS, we get you right up behind Lewis, but HRT have no money, so, what can you expect? Now lap 15 of 70. Maybe that wasn't rain, maybe I'm just getting overexcited hoping for a wet race. Whoa! Okay, it is raining a little bit, and Bortz almost went up the rear of Lewis. Gonna get the DRS. But that's what I'm talking about. He needs to make moves like that constantly. Just dives. Brave dives, even. Okay, it's now 7 p.m. I'm fully awake. I have coffee, and yet I'm still casting worse than I did with Monaco. Maybe I should always cast in the morning, with a lack of sleep. Just yammer on. Tell me what you like better. Do you like the drunk-sounding, not lucid me, or do you like this hyper-active me? I don't even know. According to the engineer, Lewis Hamilton is holding up an HRT. Ah, surprise, surprise. But Bortz is actually doing a pretty good job. He's staying right with Hamilton. And I think he'll get him this lap. He might make a brave move into the not this turn, but the next chicane. Oh, nicely caught there, Bortz. Might make a brave move into the hairpin then. Lost too much time there in that little slip to take him in this chicane. Not a big deal, though. Locking the brakes just a little bit there, overdriving the car just a tad. Bortz is trying everything he can to stick with Lewis. And I think he might have just lost more time there than he gained. And apparently they've caught up to the back markers. Bortz is going to get the DRS again. And I didn't even notice the gearing. Is he even reaching the maximum of his gear? Light rain in 5 minutes. I'm seeing light rain now, Mr. Rob. Maybe I'm just insane. Could be a very reasonable explanation. As here we go, back marker time. We know how this, spoiler, I'm not going to spoil that. Watch the frickin' Monaco race, okay? All these references you will understand. But yes, if I were Bortz, I would be clinching right now. As we're having to pass some back markers. Seriously, you'd see? And where's Truly? When we see Truly, I'm going to, call in the SAS and just have them blow him off the track. Oh, there's Ambrosio. And, oh, there's Truly. Oh, God. I'm scared. Anybody who has watched the Monaco cast knows why I'm scared. Let's hold on together. We can make it through this. Okay, we're by Truly. Whew. That was scary. My heart rate's up. As we see, rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier. And not entering anywhere near intermediate territory yet, but enough to be worried. If it continues to rain for the entire race, we'll have about 53 laps of wet running. The track will be soaked by then. We could have to go all the way to the wets, but... Oh, it's starting to spray a little bit. So already starting to get a little bit of water on the track. Tires will start cooling down, which is alright when you're getting to the end of the stint where the tires are all hot and heavy. What? What the hell did I just say? Whoa, but Bortz is catching Hamilton massively going into that corner. He's going to slip. Oh, Bortz has spun. Bortz has spun. He's in the pit exit. Nicely caught. As my throat fails on me. But we're down to P5. Bortz losing control a little bit there. I think that's probably just due to the tires cooling a bit too much with the water. And the fact that they're already... I would assume that they're worn, but he's got that fuel screen up. Going to lean mix, excuse me, I gotta take a drink. That's better. Going to lean mix as the rain is starting to come down even heavier. We're in P5. We were just barely sticking with Hamilton, so I don't know how he's going to plan to catch. You can already hear some hydroplaning going on. He's going to have to get himself onto inters at the end of this stop. Problem is right now if he went onto inters, he would just melt those suckers. So he's got to draw this out for a few more laps. Oh, he's on the edge of control there. There's Kovalainen. Let's see if Heike gets out of the way. And, whoa, that's massive understeer there. Oh, and then massive, what, nice! Four-wheel drift in a Formula 1 car. Some sexy driving there, Bortz. Rain is coming down even harder. I don't know why he keeps saying light rain in 5 minutes. We got light rain now, dumbass. We have water on the track. Unless you're going to call out that there's going to be heavier rain. Shut up. Let's see Bortz having to slow down massively for this corner. Definitely understeering. Flicking it back up to Rich. Holy crap-oly! Vettel! Flicking that DRS open. I'm getting past Bortz. Bortz gonna go through. Holy crap! Nicely caught. Very nicely caught. You got off better than Vettel did in the first couple laps of this race. Is having to slow down so much. He's got no grip left in these tires. But still, he's got to just draw it out for a little bit longer. Just so there's just enough water on the track to keep the inters cool. Otherwise, he's just going to end up with a bunch of slagged rubber. Reminds me of a night a few weeks ago. What were we talking about? Anyway. As we see Massa. I'll say it for the guy in comments who decided he wanted to get all huffety about the fact that I call Massa a certain something. He's probably the one person who disliked the last video, so I'll say it now. Felipe, baby, is coming up Bortz's ass. Okay, that was inappropriate. As we pass Glock very quickly. But still, God, no grip in these tires. He's going to have to get himself on Inter soon. We can see the sprays covering his helmet. And how much spray do we got coming off the back? There we go. I don't know if that's quite Inter. Whoa, and Massa's getting slippery. Massa does not decide to go past Bortz. He almost lost there on the straightaway. Alright, and Bortz is coming in now. I don't know if Inters will be the best option, but I mean, he's going to have to come in for him anyway, so he'll probably have to take the penalty of going a few laps with the Inters overheating, just so he doesn't, spin the car off the track and fail. Having to select intermediates multiple times because, of course, it's too hard to code, a procedure that'll work when you tell it to work. As we're out in P18, now the good thing is some of these cars will probably be, have already come in on, what am I trying to say, on their next stint, depending on if they're going option, prime. So, we'll probably see Bortz passing some cars. He might make up a few positions that he lost to his spin in the first corner. We bump into Maldonado. Is there going to be a penalty? No. Okay, thank God. No penalty for Bortz. We are on the Inter tires now. I'm just waiting to see the temperatures. And you know what? Actually, there might be enough rain on the track now that these won't completely melt themselves on lap 22 of 70. And yeah, you know what? We might actually get away with this. So now it's going to be a fight through the field, very much like Jensen Button, going up from first or something up there to last, and then all the way back up through the field, and catching Vettel when he spun. That was probably the best moment I've ever seen in Formula 1. I was depressed that I was missing the race because I was working that day. I come back home to see the session's red flag, so I tuned in for a while and watched a couple hours of Brundle just chipper. Whoa, holy crap, somebody was flying into the pits. Everyone's on Inters now. Everyone's trying to get intermediate tires. As Bortz is passing so many cars. He's back up to P6. Is he going to get P5? Is he going to get Massa? Or is Massa going to get by him? No, Massa got by him. Okay, so now it's going to be a fight through the field. I can't recall how good of a rain racer Bortz is. I'm sure he's solid, but I really can't recall right now off the top of my head. 5 seconds behind Massa. Perez is 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second nearly behind Bortz. Gonna get the DRS. Or no, he's not, because we're on Inter tires now. So DRS is now disabled, and yeah, this should make for some interesting racing. We'll have to see Whoa, Perez is flying up Bortz's rear. So we see somebody just logged online. Whoa, holy shit. Heavy rain in 15 minutes, so here we go. This is very much like into the series. Perez is going to make a move on the outside. He has curse. He doesn't have the car speed, he has curse. But Bortz takes the inside line and blocks Sergio. And that position is held quite nicely. We see the brakes that were overheating before. Whoa, a little bit oversteer there. Is Perez going to take advantage of that and go on the inside? Perez is not going to go on the inside. Okay, he's going to let Bortz have the line. Smart move because Bortz would just chopped him into the wall. Not intentionally, but by accident there. Still P7. Rosberg got by. Or wait, no. No, yeah, Rosberg got by him at some point, I think. And we're still holding up Perez, but Perez is getting really nice run on the outside here. He's going to be... Yeah, he's going to take it here, but Bortz is probably going to do another one of his signature dives down into the first corner. Slowing down a lot there. Not wanting to lose control of his car. Very nicely held. A little bit of hydroplaning there, but nothing too dramatic. Bortz is going to go for the move. Is he going to go for the move? He's going to go on the inside. Bortz is going on the inside of Perez, but Perez holds the line, and Bortz almost spins again, but he doesn't. Perez holds his position. P7. Barrichello goes up Bortz's ass, and I'm losing my voice again. This has been interesting. Bortz over-revving there just a little bit as they take another drink of water to avoid dying. Bortz almost takes Perez there. Bortz is going to spin again! Bortz is spun again, and holy shit, people are hitting Bortz left and right and center. Well, mostly left. As we got a yellow flag out, it looks there like Soodle has lost part of his car, and somebody just went into Soodle again. Somebody hit Soodle. There are tires everywhere. Holy shit. That is a lot of cars out of the race. We're going to have to see a safety car here. I bet you anything that there's going to have to be a safety car coming out now. That was insane. Nothing Bortz could have done there. And apparently there's not a safety car. What the? Okay, there's a safety car. I was about to say. There was something Bortz could do there. That wasn't his fault. Just slipped a little bit there, and then everyone piled into him. I think that was probably a total of 7 cars involved there. Turn it down to mix 1. Very good advice there. Its tires are cooling down, though. That's going to be a problem. The rain is getting heavier. We're on lap 30. So we still have 40 more laps to go. With the rain going like it is now, we're going to have to get onto full wet tires soon. Maybe Bortz is going to take advantage of the safety car period to get himself on full wets. I don't know if it's wet enough yet for them. But, again, like with the Inters, his option or his prime tires had gotten to such a point where he stood to lose more than he stood to gain by, staying out. He had to come in and might as well overheat the Inters for a few laps. Now, it turned out that wasn't the case, and it was wet enough to sustain the intermediate tire temperature, but I don't think it's wet enough for full wets. However, I would take it under the safety car, just take advantage of this fact, and get a much better run out, because I bet you the AI is not going to come in. Whoa, he's going for another set Inters? No, okay, there we go. He's going for the extreme wets. So taking advantage of the safety car. And, yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out if anyone else decides to come in for the extreme wets. If not, Bortz stands a lot to gain, because then everyone else is going to have to come in, but not on the safety car period. Safety car is on the back stretch right now. Bortz has a lot of catching up to do. P17, that looks like P18. I wonder, I think 2, 3 cars maybe got knocked out of that. I know it was a Force India. I think it was Soodle. Got himself ejected from the race. And I think it might have also been a Renault. I'm not quite sure, though. We'll have to wait and see. Rain is definitely coming down hard now. It's getting harder and harder to see. You see it pooling up on the outside of the track there. And now it looks... Yep, it looks like people are coming in. People are coming in for tires. Wait, is the safety car still out or no? No, the safety car's gone back in. So we're back to racing. Lap 34 of 70. Bortz is starting to pass everyone again in the pits. Something must have happened. Did he never get in the train? I would have thought he would have been closer to all these guys. He might have spun again off camera. I'm confused as to why he's so far back in the field when he came in for his wets first. Oh well, c'est la vie. As we're now on P11 and we got a bit of a fight on our hands. We have Heidfeld up in front. Let's see if we can take him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nicely held there, Bortz. Nicely held. It's getting much harder to see. The rain is pouring down. Yeah, this is definitely a wet race. This is definitely Canada-esque. As we skip to lap 37, Schumacher is behind Bortz. He's got the line. He's going to try to make a move on the outside of Bortz. Bortz isn't going to let him do that. He's on the inside. Is Bortz going to fight it? Is Bortz going to try to take Schumacher in the chicane? No, he's... Yes, he is! No, he's not. Yes, maybe. I don't know what he's doing. As he's now behind Schumacher, he's going to get the slipstream. He's going to probably try to take him into turn 1. Do another Bortz dive. Is he going to try it? Is he going to try it? Yes, he's going to try it. He's going to get on the inside, but Schumacher keeps the outside. He's got a little bit of a slip there, but Schumacher holds the position. No pass there for Bortz. Another four-wheel drift. He's actually falling back to the field. Now, I didn't expect that. Maybe you know, his car was just set up for a dry run. Maybe he's not as good in the wet as he is in the dry, but I thought Bortz was going to start But to the field, Bortz is going to... nicely held. Lost some time there, but it's better than the alternative. As he's now in P12. So we skip ahead to lap 41, and it is so dark and rainy, you can't see a damn thing now. We got another slow... Whoa, Jesus, man. He's got some nice control of this car. So we skip to lap 42. Bortz is in P12, and he's going to spin again! No! Oh, there's P13. And 14, and 15, and 16. Nice J-turn thing there, but... Yeah. Bortz started off in P2, got himself up to P1 for a while, but spinning his car in the air. We can see another spin here. Ooh, nice. He seems to have very good control of the car going through that little complex there. And another spin. Oh my God. What happened? Bortz has gone from Sebastian Vettel to, I forget what his first name is, Ide. Spinning and spinning and spinning again. Damaging his front wing. Now in P17, Kobayashi has passed him. It is insanely dark now. D'Ambrosio. P22, Bortz having to do another four-wheel drift. God, it must be so much water on this track as you get past Glock. Surprised the AI aren't making more mistakes. I think this is, yeah, these are more backmarker cars. Okay, nice job holding it there. Gonna have to get past these back markers if you want to mount a challenge. Still 20 laps to go, so it's not the end of the world. Bortz can still take it back. Going on the outside of Glock, having to very tentatively work the wheel here, and there's Truly. Oh God, hold me. Okay, we're past Truly again, and now it's time to go for Kobayashi. Kovalainen's like 4 laps down. Wow, that's not very good at all. As we're going to have another spin here, I bet you. Yep, there we go. Oh! There goes his front wing. Front wing is gone. Oh, this is just all falling apart. All falling apart for Bortzy boy. This is going to... Yeah. I don't know what to say about this. It's exciting because I thought we were going to have some intense rain racing, but... it turned out it's just a bunch of spins and pirouettes. That's some pretty nice four-wheel drifting, I gotta say. But, yeah, Bort's gonna come in. One positive is he's gonna have a fresh set of the wet tires. As he almost run into the back of somebody there in the rain. I didn't even see him. So the very fact that Bortz is holding on to the car at all and hasn't ended the race, it's good enough for me. Pit crew getting soaked, having to make a wing change. And there we go. 7.5. Ouch. That's not a very good pit stop at all. We're now 33 seconds behind Kobayashi. And I think that was Schumacher who just came by and lapped him. Maybe? Alright, we got blue flags now. I think this... I don't know who this is actually. Is this... It's Massa. Bortz running into Massa. Good boy, Bortz. As you see Massa going away there. Now lap 63 of 70. The waist is winding wound. And Bortz is... Oh, God. Another spin. We're around again. And... Whoa. There goes Vettel. Yeah. Yikes. This has not gone well. 69 to 70. and Bortz is probably going to maintain P16, 17 even. It was an interesting race. It started off really exciting, and I thought that the rain was going to spice things up even more. We had a massive wreck caused by, unintentionally to be fair, Andrew, which brought out the safety car. I thought he would be able to get the jumps with the tire strategy. Didn't quite do it. Got himself into a decent position, a midfield position to fight, and then the spins began. Spin after spin after spin after spin. To be fair, racing in the rain is never easy. Whoa, as we see there, him almost losing it. And so, it's not to be unexpected, especially when you're in a car that produces so little downforce. And, you know, it's like one of, I think, 2 races we had in the rain so far. So Bortz gonna finish in P17. Disappointing, but you know what? At least he finished. Some of those spins could have been fatal. That crash could have knocked him out of the race. Bortz is now out of fuel to add insult to injury. Lewis Hamilton has won the race. And now, here comes Bortz to wrap up a very dark, a very rainy, and a very, very sideways Canadian Grand Prix. There we go. So, this time, I'm actually able to read the field's results. So, once Bortz scrolls up, it's time to do the speed talking thing. Hamilton from Alonso, Weber, Button, Massa, Rosberg, Vettel, Alguersuari, scroll, Bortz, scroll, Schumacher, Perez, Heidfeld, Maldonado, Buemi, DeResta, Kobayashi, Petrov, Bortzaboy, Kovi, Trulli, Glock, Liuzzi, D'Ambrosio, Barrichello, and Sudal. So Barrichello and Sudal were the 2 cars that got knocked out on the during the crash. As here we go with the championship standings. Weber is actually leading. Vettel's only in 4th, and then it's Alonso and Hamilton in between. Bortz in P13. Not bad for an HRT. As we see DeResta way down the standings, and you can read the rest if you want. So the constructors, we have Red Bull, no surprise, McLaren very close behind, and Ferrari close behind. So we got a good battle up there. Mercedes is trailing. Then we have Renault, Tarasso, and Sauber making up the next closest group. HRT is a little bit behind, but Bortz can make something happen. And now we see a very upset Andrew. QQing. Don't worry, I don't think they're going to take away your super license anytime soon. I hope they don't anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Another interesting race for all the wrong reasons. If you haven't watched it, go watch Monaco. It's even more interesting and exciting. So up next, we have Valencia, a track that never fails to be boring as hell. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.